So, this video I'm gonna kind of do a settlement style video, um, kind of on necessities. I just kind of build my settlements how I want to, so I'm kind of gonna be just pulling this one out as I do it. But it was suggested to me as a topic for a video, and I thought it was really interesting. So, here we are at Taffington Boathouse. Right now, it is not where it should be for resources. It's only got 2 food, 7 people. I've got it hooked up to trade routes, so data took care of it. Okay. So I'm going to plant some more food. Basically, the rule of thumb is you want to have enough food and water for the people that live there, at the very least. So I got 7 people living here, so 2 food isn't enough. I'm going to plant more food than I need so that I can get the full 21 people, hopefully, here. I've got a whole bunch of food stockpiled in my inventory. So I'm going to plant a healthy variety of foodstuffs here. I also recommend when you're planting your food, plant corn, mut fruit, and tato. And if you want to know why those 3 specifically, there's a recipe at the cooking station called vegetable starch. And it'll break down and give you 5 adhesive for every one. And it's made with 1 purified water, 3 corn, 3 tato, and 3 mut fruit. So if you plant those, then you're pretty much guaranteed an unlimited supply of adhesive, which is like the most necessary crafting ingredient in the game. So I would highly recommend that combination. I don't have any tato right now to plant, so I've got a crap load of corn. I just planted some carrots. They don't have any mut fruit here. I could plant some of those for them. I do have tato growing elsewhere, so I'm not terribly concerned about finding some to plant here. Mut fruit, mute fruit, I don't know. I call it mut fruit because that's what it looks like when it's written. A lot of people say it's got to be called mute fruit because it's mutated fruit. And I guess there's some characters in the game that'll actually talk about it specifically. But I don't care, whatever you want to call it. That's what you can call it. I don't really give 2 craps. I call it mut fruit, and that's what matters to me. I don't know what else I was trying to say there, but and then yeah, so water. If you've got a waterfront property like I do, the best course of action is obviously going to be water purifiers. And again, build as many as you can, because the more water purifiers you have, the more purified water you will get. Because if you have more water like at the top where it says water, if you've got more water coming in than you do going out. So right now I've got 7 people and 46 water. It's going to be more in a second as soon as I hook these up to power. But if you have more water coming in than going out, purified water will go straight into your inventory. And you can take that purified water and you can sell it to any vendor. And it gets quite a few caps. And basically, now I'm making 76 water. I've got 7 people. So every cycle, that's going to be 69 water extra. I don't know exactly the conversion rate to units of purified water, but it's basically free money, which is great. Money is important in this game. So now I've got more food and water together than I do defenses. And the rule of thumb for defenses is you want to have more defense than you have combined water and food. So cheapest and easiest are the machine gun turrets because they don't require power. And then basically just, I normally do it on the outside, all the way around my perimeter. Recently I've been having attacks at really well defended settlements, but somehow they're spawning in the middle. So it's always a good idea to throw a couple of turrets right in the middle of your settlement, so that if you do get attacked and the raiders show up right in the middle, or like those the mosquito type things over here kind of just showed up. So now 76 water, 23 food, that's 99. So I've got 134 defense now. So I don't have to worry as much about this settlement being attacked. It still will get attacked, but the attack rate will be so much lower because I have the defense higher than my food and water. And obviously, you gotta have a bed for every settler. So I only have 10 beds right now. I was saying I wanted to get my full 20 settlers in here. So let's go ahead and make some more beds. You can go crazy and make them the fancy beds. Really, the only reason, necessity-wise, to do that is if you're going for the Benevolent Leader perk. Because the better the bed, the happier the settler. So I just make these. Unless I'm trying to make my settlement look fantastic, like my sanctuary hills, I have built up a really nice looking settlement, in my personal opinion anyway, a really nice looking settlement. But I wouldn't use those for, like, I don't know, Taffington Boathouse, for example. I just use these little yellow sleeping bags. They count the exact same for for beds, and they do the job. They're right at the end of the furniture beds section, and you just kind of pile them into a room is the easiest way I've found to do it. And with these ones, you can walk over top of them, so the settlers don't have a hard time getting to them. And then you're never going to need more than like 25 beds, because the way the maximum settlers works is it's 10, a base of 10, plus your charisma score. So I think right now my charisma score is at 11. So the most settlers I should be able to get in one settlement is 21. So now I've got 27 beds, so that should be enough. Let's make sure that all of my food... Oh, there's food here that's unassigned. So, and yeah, you can go around, make sure that all your settlers are assigned, so you don't have just plants sitting there for no reason. Otherwise, it's wasted resources. I kind of just go around and I just scrap everything I don't need, just chilling out, because again, wasted resources. The junk is going to do me more good in my inventory where I can use it for what I want it for, especially with the Automatron DLC that just dropped. Ceramic, aluminum, adhesive, all very, very important in this one, because those are the parts you use most to make your robots. I'll do a video on making robots as soon as I've collected enough surplus materials. I'm like completely out of adhesive right now. So I'm not going to do that video right now. Maybe in a little bit on the weekend. Maybe, I don't know. But yeah, so that's pretty much it for necessities on a settlement. Food, water, defense. Power is important. Make sure you know what needs power, what needs how much, which generators to use. For what. And then the rest pretty much follows. Happiness score, it's really hard to ram down. I don't know if you'd want to ram down your happiness. That sounds bad. But basically, you need to have enough food for the people and shops. Shops are important. My settlement that I got Benevolent Leader with was Sanctuary, and General Store and Bars. Those are important. My Sanctuary has probably 10 General Stores and like 6 bars. So you just want to max out your population and put a bare minimum amount of people on food to get the food to where you need it to serve your population, and then put everybody else in General Store or a bar. That's not really a necessity. That's just a little added bonus for this video. Yeah, so that is pretty much settlement necessities. I didn't really have a plan going into this, so I'm sorry if this video seemed a little scattered. I thought this settlement was a lot less built up, to be honest. I was trying to find one that I hadn't built on yet. Clearly I didn't do a very good job. This save is my main, and I've built on pretty much everything. I might do a settlement from scratch video later on from a different save that has empty settlements. So look for that one down the road. Alright, thanks guys.